All right, there's only 2 teams left in the NHL. Who you rooting for?
Devils.
Devils? Me too. I'm not rooting for LA Kings. Sorry, can't do it. Can't do it. Why do you ask?
No, I didn't ask why, but you can go ahead.
I'm going to pretend you asked why.
All right, go ahead.
Say why.
Why?
Because there's no good pizza in LA. There's no good sandwiches or cheesesteaks.
Tacos are good though, probably. Like you said.
All they eat is tacos, and they take a lot of vitamins, and they jog.
They surf.
Big deal. And it's a very liberal place.
Yeah.
Not that Jersey's any better, but at least Jersey, at least a lot of cool
Why
people.
are you staring at me like that?
I ain't staring at you.
Stare at the camera.
Sorry.
Thank you. You're making me feel awkward.
Anyway, I'm rooting for the Devils because it's the right thing to do.
You didn't really have to stop staring this way.
I hope the Devils kick their ass. Anyway, you know, they're the 2 worst gun law states in the whole United States is New Jersey and California. I will root for the Devils because of the food factor.
Could be worse. Chicago could be in there. That's even worse of a gun.
Yeah, but at least Chicago has great food.
Their pizza's good, dude. When I went there, their pizza, like, was a deep dish. It was really good.
I got a deep dish for you. Isn't that the kind of toilet you have? Because you have IBS, you have to get a deep dish toilet.
Okay.
Damn, you see that dead possum? It looked like Eric.
I got P-Mags too, if anybody cares.
I got a P-Mag for you.
And Neotech.
No, he got P-Mags. You got the CTR stock, well, the MOEs, like the same thing. And I got another something. Can't mention what it is. All right.
I'm sure they can guess.
All right. Jim, you know any place we can eat for lunch? Good?
I'm not sure, man. I know once we turn on 73, we might find a diner.
That's good. I'm always down for a diner. It's nice when a hot waitress rolls up. You know what I mean? Ron, why are you sweating like that? You're like glistening back
Dude,
there.
I'm sick. It's freaking like 130.
You look like, huh?
It's like 130 degrees.
You look like a wax figure.
Got swamp ass.
You look like you got swamp ass on your face. I'm gonna start calling you wax lips like E-Bone.
Don't
Minnesota
dare
wax.
compare me to him.
Minnesota wax lips.
I got a tan. He looks like he sits out his basement.
Eric's a good guy. He's hurt. He's licking his wounds because the Rangers lost. I've had something extremely similar to this a long time ago, and it was one of my dumb trade-ins that I did when I didn't realize what I had. There's always something I don't like about it. The only gun I ever bought, the only gun I ever purchased, and there was something I didn't really like about it, as far as that area goes, like 0 dislikes, was probably the Ed Brown. I wasn't real happy with the Ed Brown grips, but I wasn't unhappy with them. They were beautiful, so I got something on them to personalize them for me a little bit more. Some of you guys liked it, some of you guys hated it. I think it looks good. Remember, the lady that did that, that was my design in my head, so I created that. So if it doesn't look really great, it's because of me. It's just, you know, maybe I didn't put enough thought into it. I think it looks good. I can always get another set of grips and have her do something else, but right now I think it looks alright. Her work is wonderful, so that's it. Now here's something that I just got from Cabela's. Actually, Ron picked this up and he gave it to me, and it's great for sharpening knives. It's good for beginners. There was a guy there doing a demonstration, and he explained to us how the steel works, how to work this thing. This ain't a video on this, so I'm not going to go into it, but it's pretty simple. You can sharpen serrated knives with it, and you know, regular knives, whatever. I'm going to start learning how to do that since I'm so anal with everything. And then when I think I'm good at it, when I think I have it down packed, I will do videos with this on knife sharpening. Okay, just another category we can share since I got so many knives now, you know. Now that I have knives, I have to learn how to sharpen them. So I want to thank Ron for picking this up and donating it to the channel. Okay? Okay, before I show you what's behind here, I know, don't speed the video up, be patient. I got a lot of young subscribers that are very impatient. I told you I had this before, I'm repeating myself because I don't have a system. And it's very similar to what I had. Now when I bought this before, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And the first time I seen one of these was on Lima Life's channel. The first time I watched YouTube, she was one of the first gun channels I ever seen. And she was very, very knowledgeable. I haven't heard from her in it feels like decades, but I don't know what's going on over there. But she's got such a great channel, and I learned a lot from her when I first started. There was things that she knew that I didn't know that brought to my attention, so that's why I liked her channel. But the first time I seen this gun was on her channel, and I said, man, I gotta have that. And then I went to a gun show, and they had one similar to it, but it wasn't the exact one. It was, the barrel was longer, but I said, well, that's close enough. You know what? Obviously it wasn't close enough. When you guys spend all this money on these firearms, please make sure you get exactly what you want, because down the road, sometime down the line, you're going to see exactly what you want, and you're going to trade in what you settled for. I've been doing it for years, and it sucks. You lose so much money. So, here it is. Wow. Is that a beautiful gun? This Ultra CDP2. Now I forget which one I had before. You guys know my videos better than I do. I'm talking about guys that have been subbed for years. I forget which one I had before, but I remember it was an officer size frame, but the barrel was a little longer, and it really wasn't quite what I wanted. I wanted this one, the 3-inch, and I couldn't find one. And if you order a gun now from Kimber, now, you're waiting a long time for it unless you can find someone that has the gun. Well, of course, I called Cabela's. I said, do you have the Ultra CDP2? And the guy said, yeah, I got 2 of them. Now, what's great about Cabela's is the customer service is very good. The people in my Cabela's are very nice. And they will hold a gun for you with no money down up to 7 days. So I called and I said, do you have one of these? He said, yes, I have 2. I said, can you please hold one for me? And he said, yes. And I went there yesterday with Ron and Jim. Jim's the guy that gave me the Remington 870. Great guy, had a great time on him. Went and looked at it, picked it up, and here it is. So let's go over it. The first thing I did was, although these are beautiful grips, but I just don't like them on this gun. It was like this. Now it's pretty looking. This is the one, you see this one on Guns and Ammo all the time in the back of the magazine. These tri-color 1911s. But I just think it looks so much better with the black grips. I love the overall appearance of this gun. It's the best I've seen in its class. I'm going to be real honest. I'm really happy I got this back. It's a lot of money. Okay, I want to go down the list and try to give you an honest review on this, the best that I can. All right. One of the main things I like about it is it has a carry melt finished frame. What that means is it looks like the gun's melted. Like all around the edges are really extreme rounded off and everything. Okay, first let's before I muzzle sweep myself again, make sure it's empty. Okay, all right. This has a carry melt frame, and what it's for is for holstering and reholstering. It just makes the gun glide in and out of the holster a lot easier. There's no sharp edges. They're really rounded off, even more than the Ed Brown is. This is really rounded off, and that's called the carry melt frame. That's one of the things I like about it. And it also has that bead blasted stainless steel finish on it. For some reason, it looks like Kimber changed it a little. Kimber's used to be more glassy feeling. Now it has more of a texture to it. I kind of don't like that. I like the glassy feeling they had before, but what are you going to do? Here's the other side of it. I love it. It looks so awesome. I hope it performs. That's the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to give you my dislikes about it. Let's get the bad news out first, okay? Like I said, there's only one gun that I bought where I have no dislikes, and that's the Ed Brown. Even a gun at this caliber, I'm not talking about the round, the quality and the status, there's still things I don't like. I do not like 1911s with alloy frames. I'm not a fan of the aluminum frames. I just don't like them, and there's nothing I can do. It's an alloy frame. That's just the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to deal with it. I don't like it. I think 1911, especially one this little, should have weight to it because it's a 45. Some guys may disagree, but I like weight with a 1911. That's one of the reasons why I like them, is because they have some weight to them, and they're great to shoot. They handle the recoil awesome. So this one's going to be snappy and jumpy, and it's going to be because it's really light. Okay, that's the first thing I don't like about it. The next thing I don't like about it is this black frame. Although it looks so beautiful, I know it does. See, Kimber, they get you because they make their guns look so beautiful. I mean, look how beautiful this looks, right? That's what gets you. But the thing is, it's not bluing. This is like a paint. It's a high quality paint, and it's baked on and on. It's done to the best they can where wear is concerned. But it will come off eventually, and that sucks. I mean, bluing comes off too, but this probably will come off sooner than bluing. The difference between this and bluing is like an acid, and it stains the steel. It stains it, so it really holds on. This is a coat of paint. So you really got to be careful with this. This is not a gun that's going to look good when it gets worn. This is a gun that looks great when it looks new. So that's the only thing about that. That's the other thing I don't like about it. The other thing I don't like about it is you need a tool to take it down, but it's not a big deal, but it's annoying. But it's not a big deal. The other thing I don't like about it is it has a plastic mainspring housing, and I know it's not a big deal. Everyone uses them now, and I just don't like it. I think if you're going to pay that much money for a gun, the mainspring housing should at least be steel. If you want a plastic one, then you can order a plastic one and throw one in there. I mean, a plastic mainspring housing probably costs next to nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to put a steel mainspring housing in there. Plus, it'll help with weight. I need this gun to be heavier, so between that'll put a substantial amount of weight back onto the frame. I don't like that. And the other thing is the price. Kimbers are overpriced. And why did I buy it? Because it's so beautiful and it's exactly what I want as far as looks wise. But Kimbers, I don't care what anybody says, they're overpriced. This is a very expensive gun. But I'm not going to say how much it was. Now, I had the Raptor, and I know you guys love the Raptor and you thought it was beautiful and all, but to my taste, what I like, I think this kills the Raptor in looks. So it's my taste. So to me, I feel good about, I don't feel as bad about it. You know what I'm saying, as far as price goes. Yeah, so to my taste, I think this is even nicer looking than the Raptor. I love it. I will carry this. I'm gonna have to get a nice fancy holster for this. This is too pretty. I'm not gonna put it in a plastic holster. I'm gonna get a nice holster for it, and we'll see how that goes. Is that all the dislikes about it I got? Oh, one more. But this is typical. One more dislike I got, then we'll get on with the likes. This piece of shit magazine Kimber gives you. This thing is such a piece of crap. I don't care I mean, there's so much friction. So, I mean, you get one magazine and it's a crappy one. Okay, it does have a bent over follower, but it's just not made nice. It's not made smooth, and this could give you a lot of problems. You might think your gun's jamming, and it's all because of this stupid thing. So when you get this, just get this, put it in a drawer, and then get yourself an upgraded magazine, which I have this 45 ACP AC mag. Nice. Doesn't that sound better? Smooth follower. The worst thing you want is friction when a machine is trying to feed something. There's no friction with this mag. Or you can get a Kimbrough Tac mag, equally as good as this, if not maybe better. But all I have right now is I do have 2 officer size AC mags from guys that sent me them. I thanked them. That's why I keep stuff. So I got 2 of these. Plus this magazine has a little floor plate on it, and it's perfect for my pinky. It's very comfortable. And it does fit in the Kimber perfect. Now, we're going to take this gun to the range tomorrow, okay? And that's the next step. Will it perform at the range? Kimbers make me nervous, okay? They just do. I get a lot of PMs about them. If some of them are twitchy if they're not made right. You know, and you get one that's made right, it's awesome. You know, so I like this gun 50% right now until tomorrow. And when it gets a couple boxes through it with no problems, if I have 1 or 2 hiccups, that's fine. That's normal. But if it really fucks up, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, that's pretty much it for the dislike. So let's get on with the good news. Okay, likes. The whole appearance of the gun is extremely classy looking. It's my favorite look. I like the style of the trigger. I always wanted a skeletonized trigger with this type of skeletonized in it, of this shape. Because all my skeletonized triggers, they all have the 3 holes. Even the Ed Brown. You know, I love this. I just like the way it looks. I love the contrast of the black and silver. I like the idea that the slide is stainless. I mean, it's going to get holster wear. It's probably going to get holster wear around here. Anything that rubs on the holster, but most of your holster wear is all around the muzzle on this part of the slide. This is where you get all your holster wear. You're probably going to get some around the bottom of the trigger guard here, because when it goes into the holster, it'll rub here. But they do have these in reverse. They have the frame stainless and the top black, and I just won't get that because, like I said, a pretty gun like this don't look good with holster wear. I just like the way this looks better. I love the front strap checkering. What I like about it is it's a lot of checkering per square inch. It's a whole bunch. It's very fine, but at the same time, it grips your skin, and at the same time, it's not that aggressive. You know, some of these gun companies, what they do is they make the checkering too aggressive, and it's uncomfortable to hold. Kimber's got it right. Less aggressive, more serrations. It'll grab your skin better and it won't irritate you. Same with the Colt. Colt serrations on their slides. Now this part of the Kimber, see how they're spread out? It's okay, but if the Colt serrations are like this checkering, they're very fine and they're very close together, it really grabs your skin and you can rack it easy. These kind of slip off, so not too great there, but great here. If you look at Les Bears, look at their serrations. Very fine serrations, and there's a lot of them. That's what I like. I think they work better. So, but the checkering's beautiful in the front strap. It's awesome. I love the bull barrel. Gives this little gun some weight, gives it balance for muzzle flip, and it's supposed to help you with accuracy, probably because it controls the muzzle flip. It does have the bull barrel, and it's a nice look. Okay, and I love how that's finished and bent over. It makes it look more finished that way. The bull nosing they do with the carry mount frame is awesome. Great trigger, awesome trigger. Check again. I hold it. It creeps just a hair, and then the hammer just falls. It's very nice trigger. So I have a good feeling We might be able to shoot pretty good with this tomorrow. We'll see. So, let me see here. Now what can we talk about? Well, let's talk about the features. We just covered how beautiful it is, how much I like it. The features is, of course, it has the carry melt frame. It has the ambi thumb safeties. Now it has a thumb safety here, and then it has an extended thumb safety here. You can see how this one's a lot longer than the one is over here. This is an extended thumb safety, plus they're ambidextrous. I don't care for ambidextrous, but this just has it on there. I mean, it's great if you're a left-handed shooter, but I still don't understand that, because if you're a left-hand shooter, then you would have to transfer the magazine button on this side. But with these 1911s, you can't, because it has that light bulb shape, and this side has a circle, so you cannot do that. So not getting the ambi thumb safeties, I just still don't understand that. Some people love them, some people don't. I think it's an excuse to make the gun more expensive. That's what I feel. Okay. What else do I love? I love the extended mag release. It sticks out. I don't have to stretch my thumb and push real hard. I just touch it, the mag comes out. It does make a difference. It's not a scam or an excuse to make the gun more pricey. It does help you. It also has an extended grip safety, and I love that too. I love I like the look of it, and it's just, you know, it engages. You don't have to make sure you hold the gun real tight. As soon as you just touch the gun and squeeze a little, it's ready to go. So that's a good thing too. I agree with that. That's a good thing to have. It has a match trigger, which means you can stick an Allen key inside that trigger hole and control your trigger tension and adjust it, but I never really touch them. I have no experience doing that, so I don't like to do that. Of course, it has a very lowered ejection port, very flared. Okay, the flare is bigger than your typical flare. It's very big. That's good, and it looks cool. Looks cool. Looks are a lot. Means a lot to me. I'm a visual dude. What else do I like about this thing? I like the skeletonized hammer. It's a nice look to it. It's got the brushed stainless on the side, and then it has. Now this might be bluing on this part. It looks like it's blue. It doesn't look like paint. It might be paint, but I like the contrast. I like the stainless and the black. Looks good. It just goes throughout the whole gun. I love the black grips with the silver screws. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's a ball rubber, and this is a ball rubber because it's smooth. Anyway, the night sights are awesome. I think Kimber night sights are some of the best because they're very big. They're not the little teeny little tiny little dots. They're very big. They glow nice and bright at night. You can see them. Night sights, are they necessary? I could care less if I have them or not, but it's nice to have them. If they're on there, I'm glad. Put it that way. But will I go out of my way to get them? I don't know. For $100, why not? They're $100, and most of your gun shops will put them on for nothing. But I do like the night sights. Do I feel they'll really help you? I don't know. I don't know, because if you're in a dark room and you can't see your target, I don't know. Maybe they would help you. I don't know what to say about them. I don't want to say nothing stupid. But I do like them. They're cool. That's all I can say about night sights. Things to look out for. Well, this is hard to explain. When I bought this Kimber, I brought my reading glasses with me because I really wanted to look at some stuff up real close. One of the things I noticed about Kimbers is sometimes their work isn't finished. I don't know if they're just pumping out guns real fast and they're trying to keep up with demand. I know that's probably part of it, but sometimes you'll get one and it has an unfinished part, and it's an important part. Sometimes, and I've seen this over and over too, on the feed ramp. Now the feed ramp's in there on the barrel. I should have took the barrel out to show you, but I don't want to do that right now. The edges of the feed ramp sometimes they're jagged. Yep, I was looking at one of these in another gun store, but it wasn't the one that I liked. It was the one I liked, but it was a 9mm, and I noticed the edges of the feed ramp were not finished. They were kind of jagged. I said, ooh, that's not good. So I said, when I go and look at this, I'm going to bring my glasses and give a close look. And I made sure that this feed ramp was very finished. And it is, just look at it again. They look pretty good. A lot better than I seen on another gun. As far as the slide rails, the guide rails on this one, they feel really, really nice and smooth. They feel like glass. And that's another thing you want to look for. That just says everything is nice and squared up, everything is straight, and there's not a lot of resistance, so you shouldn't have too many problems at the range. Shouldn't. But like I said, the only thing we can do with this is shoot it. One more thing to look out for. Do what the manual says. On these higher end 1911s, it's not a super high end 1911, but it's a higher end 1911. Okay, 1911s are like people. You got the lower middle class, you got the middle class, you got the higher middle class, and you got the high end people. I would put this on the higher middle class level. Okay. With these types of 1911s, they're made so damn tight and precise. I know a lot of you guys think that break-in stuff's a bunch of bullshit, but it's not. It is so important with these kind of 1911s. I mean, if you get a GI model or a Colt 80 series like I got, I don't know if it needs too much of a break-in period because they're made loose. But these Kimbers and Ed Browns, these guns need to break in. So do what the manual says. Do what the manual says. Because if you don't and something goes wrong, you're not going to be sure if it's because of you or it's the gun. So if you do what the manual says, then you'll know, well, I did what the manual says, so it's the gun. So put 500 rounds of ball ammo through it first, and then go with your hollow points and your cheaper ammo and your all different ammo. But try to use either, Winchester White Box, Remington UMC. Use one type of ammo and shoot 500 straight rounds of ball ammo through it first, and then start experimenting with other stuff. Just do it this way. You eliminated what the manual said. You did what it said, and you did it right. And that's because that's what I'm going to do. You pay this much money for these pistols, man. You got to do the right thing, or you need to have patience. That's all. Once they're good, they're just as reliable as any other gun on the market. Trust me. So that's it, guys. I hope you like the new gun. I'm real excited about it. This video is extremely long. Too much bullshit, but I'm just trying to cover stuff. If you notice, this video is a lot like my older videos. I'm trying to go down a list and cover things for new gun owners, new subscribers, guys that watch the channel, take the time to watch my channel, and I appreciate it. And I want to thank Jim one more time for meeting up with us. Had a good time, and IBS Ron, he's the man. Alright, see you guys.